All right, Tyler, so here's where we started today. On the old gold is on the right with that setup. And again, main thing we're looking back is from the last lesson how those arms look. And you see they didn't look that great there. They were better than what you started with, back in the winter, but still not as good as what you ended with, in that lesson. Where when you ended up last time, it looked more like that. Okay, but the setup today, again, I wanted to alter that, and that's much better on the new blue there, where you stand close to it, your hands are higher, and your head and shoulder are taller. And then beautifully, you're still in that plane line very well. And those arms aren't jutted out from your side there, like they were starting out today. So that's where you started today, and then from that face-on angle, again, we saw those arms not being as extended as they could be. And so I wanted you to start working on that setup, and you did much better with it right there. And the arms got better there than what you started with. And from this angle, it looked better. Beautifully. Balls were going great. The ball fights were great. Yeah, that's 3 after, buddy. And then wanted to see you do the same thing with the driver. Arms looked quite good there with the driver. And you were consistently hitting that around the sweet spot. And at first, they were still going to the right on you with the driver. But the arms were sure looking better. Now watch this. This last one. This is the last driver you hit. Look how your hands are going to be turned over earlier. Just that subtle little difference. You just squared the face up earlier, and that's why those drivers were even going straighter. And they were still beautifully on the plane line. So there's that different setup there. Those arms are much better. Different setup, and then feel the weight correctly between the balls of your feet and the toes, as I showed you. And then just keep enjoying, man, those extended arms through impact. And that looks like a good full swing to me right there. There's the drill. And then here's the full swing. Like that. All right. Any question about that? Observation, that's how it works.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in the golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter, Ellie. Good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see, but it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.